Hi, it's been a while, and you most likely didn't expect my next video to be about discussing lore. What can I say? I'm a jack of all trades, or just a jacker. Both fit me perfectly. Now, all jokes aside, let me explain to you the lore of Hunty Zombies. So, what is Hunty Zombies? Well, I'm not going to waste your time and tell you to go play it yourself, even though you should. So I'll break it down into a short summary. Hunty Zombies is a PvE survival game in a post-apocalyptic setting. And in the title of the game, you fight zombies with weapons you get from an in-game gacha. So now that you know the basic premise of the game, let's delve deeper into the lore. First off, let's start with the world itself. Now, using basic common sense, we conclude that zombies have taken over the world. But what else? Well, there are a few maps in the game that help us out with that question. First, the school map. School map is most likely where the virus started. Sure, the sewer seems much more likely to be the start of the zombie infection, but let me finish. In the school map, there are classrooms and hallways that seem like the remaining students were trying to barricade doors and such. However, this map is also the introduction to one of the most lore-filled zombies in the game, the scientist zombie. So, the theory here is that the zombies used to be students, but due to a science experiment gone wrong in the science lab, the students got turned into zombies. Then, through the sewer drains in the lab, the virus got sent to the sewers, or even more, the town got turned into zombies through the polluted water. This also explains how the rat zombie became a zombie. Some rats were probably in the sewers and got the zombie virus. However, that same logic can't be applied to most other zombies. For example, how come the bomber zombies are carrying bombs that are so tanky? It's not like the school is a school for terrorists. Nothing in the school map has anything to prove this besides maybe the fact that students were working with dangerous chemicals that could create a virus. But what if I told you that I have a stupid theory for that? What if the infection targets the brain, not any other part of the body? I could explain why the zombies have green skin. The virus in the brain doesn't care about anything else besides what its host is doing. For example, most zombies are basic zombies, so the virus doesn't have any particular plan for those guys, they just want to be infected. But other zombies like the bomber and scientist zombies were molded by what the virus sees fit. Oh, this student's really strong and heavy, he could be a perfect suicide bomber. Or this kid has a lot of knowledge about chemicals, great, he can make him into a carrier by making more of that virus. The virus could have shut down the digestive system so that when the scientist zombie drinks that liquid virus, it doesn't digest, just storing it in its stomach. The demon zombies are a bit harder to explain. They somehow can fly and spin and do all that stuff. I don't see how the virus could exactly use anything in the... Wait a minute. Okay, so, a bit off topic, but trust me, I know what I'm talking about. In-game, there are these things called perks that give you bonuses to help you survive rounds. And do you know what one of those perks are? The vampire perk. And it just so happens that demon zombies look like vampires. Yes. Vampire zombies are infected people with the vampire perk that the virus made use of. Basketball zombies just completely threw everything I knew out of my brain. The theory I have right now makes no sense when counting basketball zombies. Like, these guys just break everything my theory has into tiny little fragments. Like, why would the virus ever need a basketball zombie? Well, I've thought of two little sub-theories. Shout out to my dad for helping me on that. Love you, Dad. My first sub-theory is that the virus isn't really that smart and is just using what it knows to make a zombie. Or my second sub-theory, the virus is malicious and knows that people like basketball and people won't be as scared to walk up to one if they don't already know it's a zombie. The chef zombie is a clear case for the zombie utilized theory, using previous knowledge the host knows to use, like handling knives. crawler is just made out of paper and goofy on top hat. The virus could also be able to turn inanimate objects into creatures. However, because the crawler is made out of literal paper, they are more like used as distractions than as actual source of damage. The boombox and cosplay zombies are just like the basketball zombies, where they are more meant to trick survivors into thinking that they are still humans through human clothing and activities. Now for the bosses. The schoolmaster might have been a principal that the virus took over, and with the principal's power over the school, the virus made the principal powerful in return with the John Doe spike arm. Like, why does bro have that? The sewer zombie boss seems like he had a very bad encounter with the virus when he was collecting all the bacteria in the sewer and growing stronger. After getting infected with a powerful version of the virus, he became more powerful, growing claws. The clown boss might have not taken the virus seriously, toying with it, which obviously made the virus mad, and it unintentionally made the clown more powerful than a normal zombie. The pirate boss was most likely a pirate at sea when the virus spread through the ocean and infected him, turning him into a powerful pirate just like his will. Now, let's talk about the raid bosses. The Shogun most likely isn't infected. He just acts too much like a normal human to be a zombie. The way he kites the player and fires accurate shots from his bow make it not likely that he's infected. How can he summon zombies when he's low on health? I think the Shogun is able to summon zombies because he's been around them for long enough to know what triggers them, and seeing the player as much shorter and weaker than Shogun, they attack you instead. Reaper boss seems to be working with the virus. Do you know how I know? The necklace around their neck has a purple eye in it. Do you know what else has a purple eye in it? The zombie claws. Zombie claws. As in zombie claws. But instead of the Reaper summoning zombies to help them, they summon souls from the ghosts of the zombies. It's clear that the Reaper and the virus are in some sort of symbiotic relationship. Now for the hub where the player spawns. This place seems to be an abandoned mall that survivors are using as refuge from the zombies. I'll go into the hub deeper into another episode. But the last thing I need to talk about is how the players are able to choose the difficulty of their maps. For example, how can a player just choose the normal difficulty when the virus is clearly more powerful than that? However, let's go back to sub-theory 2. The virus is malicious. It makes the players think that they are stronger than they actually are until one day, the player gets too cocky and chooses the highest difficulty and falls, just like the rest of them. Alright fellow Chiglets, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll probably make this a series because there is way more things I haven't went over yet. Anyways, thanks again, and see you later.